This is a little test. I thought I'd just go through a quick edit and show you guys how I do some of my work at home. So here we have a shot and this is the end result. I could probably better prepare, but today I thought I'll just go and do this. I'll take the shot and we will just duplicate it. So let's make a second version. Duplicate it to still, done. For today's edit, I'm only going to use the built-in iOS editing, and so the duplicate should now be in all the photos. Ta-da! There it is. So now we see the shot. If I go into edit, because it's duplicated, it's exactly the same zone, I can just hit revert, and it's going to put it right back to the original shot. So this is what we're dealing with. Little shot of my mug of tea. There's a heart shape in the tea bag. It would have been shot this way. Heart was upside down, but I didn't want the shadow to get into the shot originally. So I knew I would end up cropping in. So let's just do that. The first thing is we're gonna go into crop and we're gonna spin that around. Now we see the heart better. Do not want my feet in there. Today we're going to go with a square, and then we can crop right in. Spoon is a nice little feature to it, but I don't need too much more of that other kettle. And I want to get to the edge of the counter, so that just a tiny bit caught of there. Still get a bit of the edge of the kettle, so do like that. The crop is done, and now I will go in here. Normally I don't work this way, but today I'm going to just go into our choices for black and white. I figured when it's colored, it's not that exciting, but I want the heart shape to pop out. So all of a sudden something has more contrast. We're seeing it a lot more immediately. So this is not a bad one. Vivid warm, again, this brings out too much of the brown, and this trying to what I'm trying to stay away from. So vivid cool might be interesting. Again, this keeps that brown color of the tea out, and it felt a little dirty, but that might be a bit cool. Dramatic is showing the contrast I like, but again, the warm was not really working for me. Dramatic. But I went into monochrome. I was already thinking black and white would be good because we don't need to see the color. This silver tone was really nice for me. It's kind of super dramatic. It has a bit of this tone like you would have in some old photos, and that's what I end up using. Noir is just a little more contrasty black and white, but let's stick with this guy. And my last shot, the shot that I started with, was pretty much this, but what we're going to do is now we're going to go into the edit, and what I would like to do is just get a little more detail in there. So by bringing up the shadows, I'm just going to making a slight adjustment. If I hold my hand down, we see the original crop version, and now we see where we're at. It's also letting me bring up those highlights, and so the one I started with, the highlights were a bit muddy, and so I want more contrast. So I'm going to boost the highlights a little bit more, so now we're seeing a lot more contrast in there. In fact, we don't see much detail left at all in that area there, and we'll call it done. Et voila!